Today we're going to do something that someone actually wrote to me and asked, have I ever added anything into the paper? And yes, I have. I've added dried up rose petals. I actually put them in the Cuisinart, Cuisinarted them, made them into these tiny, tiny, it's almost like a dust. And I have added them between layers of tissue paper. So I was going to show you guys how I do that. So right now I have 2 layers of just plain white tissue paper. I'm going to wet this one already with my glue mixture. This has glue and a little bit of sandstone Rit dye, just a few drops. It just kind of will make this a little bit not so white, just tone it down a little bit. So I'm first going to do these layers, and this is only 2 layers because I want something that the rose petals can stick to. And then I want to cover it up with another layer of tissue paper, because if I put the rose petals on the outside of the tissue paper, when I go to treat the paper with my curling tool or anything, it's going to cause friction and possibly rip the paper. So I'd rather it be actually in the paper. Okay, so I have that whole sheet damp, and now I'm going to take my rose petals that are powdered and just kind of drop them in here randomly. I guess if you have a design in mind, you can do that. I don't. Uh-oh, big clump. It smells delicious. I'm going to line the top up first, the top corners, and then come down and grab my bottom. This is a little delicate, I won't lie. Okay. So I do believe from doing this before that once you get the weight on it and let it sit, the rose petals actually add color to the paper. These were red roses, just so you know. So let's see how this looks. This is definitely going to be an interesting flower with a nice texture. So thank you for the suggestion, and let's see what happens. I'm going to put a layer of parchment paper down, another layer of white paper, another board, and then pile some weight on it, and we'll see how this comes out in about 72 hours. So I had made that paper with the rose petals, the actual ground up rose petals, and it came out, I think the rose petals were older and they had browned, so it turned my paper brown, and I thought about it and I just really couldn't think of anything I would use it for. So I came back and I re-dyed the paper only with dye, not with glue, more of a wine color. So that's what we're looking at now. So quite a different, this is much better. So these are real rose petals embedded in the paper. I would like to try it again with fresh rose petals, because I think if they are more red at the time I do this, I think the colors won't look so brown. I am going to use this for flower. I'm not sure what I'm making with it yet, but it's interesting and I can't pass up this opportunity to make something.
So it quickly became obvious that I should make a rose out of the rose petal paper. So first I started with one 18 gauge wire to make a center. Then I added a double-headed stamen, and I'm just going to attach this to the top so that it extends over the wire about 1/4 to 1/2 inch, and tape it off with the floral tape. Next, you'll need a piece of cray paper, preferably in a peach tone. That's 5 inches by 1 inch, and you're going to fringe it. Don't forget to twist. Now take your fringed crepe paper and twist it about 1/8 of an inch below the top of that stamen, and make sure that the bottom stays level. And you can push up the fringes that come down so that they don't get caught when you twist. Tape this off with your floral tape. So now grab a piece of tissue paper in the same shade. I'm using a peach or orangey tone, and fold it in half, and then keep folding it in half and folding it in half. We're going to fringe the folded edge. Open it up and attach it to the wire about 1/8 of an inch below the crepe paper. Twist it the same way and then attach it with your floral tape. Now your rose center is complete, and it's time to move on to the petals. So first I cut the paper into petal-sized strips and then cut those strips into kind of bite-sized pieces. I like to go ahead then and cut the petals out in stacks of 3. Once you have them all cut out, I like to use the curling tool and just kind of run it across each side. And then each corner, do a little curl right on the edge. So you're almost making a V shape. Then use a little spray at the bottom and pinch the edges together and squeeze. I'm going to try to mold the paper into like a cup shape. So twist it together and then use your fondant tool and kind of press in a cup shape. Now we're going to apply the petals to the stem using just a little bit of hot glue. Take your time and just apply them one at a time, overlapping about 1/4 of an inch. Actually, when you get to the last one, if you just want a small rose, you could call it a day. I'm going to keep going and add the larger set of petals. In total, it's 15 small petals and 15 large petals. Once I finish applying all the petals, I like to use this really thin tool. It's sort of like a toothpick size, and I wind it around the petal and then squeeze. It leaves a nice edge. So let's see how our leaves came out, because we had made these with green tissue paper, as well as I put on a layer of this gold printed paper. My first reaction was, where's the gold print? But I forgot we flipped them. So when you're pulling your leaves up, you just need to grab an end, and then once you find your end, they lift pretty easily. Okay, these came out really nice. I did these 100% with a glossy glue. So no matte. I usually mix them about 50-50, but they look good. The gold is so subtle. I'll show you more in a close-up of how it, which is nice. It just adds like a layer. So next we'll cut these and attach them to our roses. You can see the gold paper better here, but I cut the leaves pretty much the same way I cut the petals, which first I cut the strip into individual pieces. Then I group about 3 leaves together and clamp them at the base where the stem is and cut them together. Now grab a piece of foam and your rubber mat, and we're going to spray some water on your leaves, and then using your embossing tool, we're going to make some veins in the leaves. Once you've done this, then you're going to fold them exactly where those creases were, pinch the end right down by the wire, and wind it up with floral tape. When I was making the leaves, I also made 2 strips of just paper without the wires to use for the sepal at the bottom of the flower. So to do this, just cut about a 1/2-inch strip, fold it in half, and then freehand the shape of a petal. These do not have to match exactly. You'll need a total of about 5 of these for each flower. Then using my curling tool, I just like to give each end a little bend. Then add a little hot glue and apply them one by one to the base of the flower. When you're done with that, start attaching your leaves. I clump the leaves 3 at a time. I did use a plastic tube to help support the weight. Then I just finished off the end of the stem, so it has a nice clean edge. Fix your leaves how you like them. And then you want to just bend the stem.
Well, that's it. These are our rose petal roses. I'm really happy with how they came out. I was probably the biggest skeptic when the first set of paper came out and it had all brown on it. I was very concerned, but these look really lovely. I think they have an antique-y kind of elegance to them. The rose petal roses. I think it was a successful project, and it makes me want to try a lot of other things adding into the paper. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, because you don't know what I might put in the paper next. You just don't know. Thanks for watching.